All right. Well, welcome everybody to our Saturday training. Hopefully, we're going to get some good nuggets today, and we're just going to go ahead and start. I think we're going to start. Where's my, come on. And there we go. So today's training is going to be about recruiters and sponsoring. So you see the question there, are you a recruiter or are you a sponsor? So in network marketing industry, the terms sponsor and recruiting are commonly used. It's the vital. It is vital to differentiate the two, since one generates lasting passive income, whereas the other might lead to a revolving door of brand partners. So, understanding the distinction between sponsoring and recruiting is crucial for building a strong and stable network marketing team. Oops. So, what is a recruiter? A recruiter serves as an initial point of contact. Recruiters focus on bringing in new members without necessarily providing any ongoing support or guidance. Um, and if you guys remember, and anybody that's still in the job market, you'll know that you have recruiters, and what their job primarily is just to get somebody into that business. So what do recruiters do? Recruiters are people magnet. Their concerns is to get the most number of partners in a business. This may result in high turnover rate and the lack of loyalty among brand partners. Now, what's a sponsor? So a sponsor involves mentoring, supporting individuals to help them succeed in a long-term and aims for a sustainable relationship and growth within the network. And what do sponsors do? A dedicated sponsor provides the guidance to teach, manage, and train their brand partners. They simply share their stories, what's been successful for them, and what has not been so good in developing their business. They need to share the good and the bad so that their new brand partners can learn what they need to do and what not to do. They will learn by successes and by your mistakes. The more you share with them, both good and bad, the more you educate them on networking. So the more you educate, the more they learn about the industry. Remember that knowledge is power. So ensuring a welcoming experience for new brand partners. To welcome a new brand partner in LifeWave seamlessly, it's crucial to effectively guide them through the enrollment process. Start by acknowledging their interests in the opportunity and addressing any concerns that they may ensure that they'll receive all the necessary information without being pressured. When prospects are ready to enroll, provide a clear explanation of the process and the available package options to help them make an informed decision. Here's a breakdown of one-time enrollment kit. Give them the one-time enrollment kit, the what we have there on the left-hand side as far as the different ways to come in, and highlight that each sleeve does consist of 30 patches, because sometimes people will think, well, oh, you're telling them wear it for 12 hours, 12 hours on, and they want to use the same patch for 12 hours, 12 hours on the next day. No. But as far as, you know, make sure that these people know that they're enrolling in a business, not, that sometimes we enroll these people and they're not interested in a business. Um, we need to make sure that they don't want to be a preferred customer. So, that's one of the important things that you want to make sure that everything is addressed, that they have their concerns about. To enroll a new brand partner, choose one of the following steps. We can use the paper application, like I have on the left-hand side. Complete the form in person or share a printable copy via email or text. You can enroll online, enter the prospect's personal information through your back office, or they can do it themselves online also, providing the link shared with your LifeWave website or the LifeWave In Touch app for prospects. Now, when welcoming a new team member, consider it the start of a collaborative journey. Take the initiative rather than waiting for them to step forward. Be a role model, offer continuous guidance, and assist them in growth in their network. Promote their interactions with potential clients and provide support during presentations or calls. So it's always important not to wait for your brand partner to find out more. Offer them that information right off the bat. Get them involved. Now, setting clear goals is essential for personal and professional growth. Maintaining focus and overcoming obstacles. Your LifeWave business goals should be specific, measurable, realistic, and time bound, and also attainable. I left that one out. Always set attainable goals and structure your plan of action to achieve them. Success in business depends on team engagement in training events with accelerated business growth and income. So achieving goals require unwavering commitment and consistent effort. Simply writing goals down isn't enough. One must also commit to completing what they've started. Many begin, but few finish. So take actions and follow through is crucial for progress. Investing time, energy into your LifeWave business is not only influences your success, but also inspires others. Remember, true success lies in perseverance and seeing things through to the end. I'll keep going. Now, tips to boost sponsoring and productivity. One, you want to support individuals who share or exceed your social and economic standings. You want to choose potential candidates whom you admire, respect, and aspire to connect with. Emphasize sponsoring individuals. Integrate personalized relationship building into your marketing strategy. Provide assistance to individuals within your network. Look for ambitious, reliable, and open-minded individuals. Favor candidates with positive outlook and well-defined objectives. Help those who are driven to improve themselves and eager to embrace opportunity. Sponsor individuals with whom you'd enjoy spending quality time with, such as on a vacation or over dinner, or just spending time together, just to go out, to a movie or something. In LifeWave, your most valuable asset is your list of contacts. This applies to both your own list and the list of those who join your team. Their contact list represents potential team members and customers for your business. Refrain from jumping to conclusions and focus on pre-qualifying individuals instead. Everyone deserves the opportunity to discover the health benefits of our patches. So make sure no one is left out. Start by identifying at least 20 people within your circle of influence or those you feel easy approaching. Continue to grow your list as you will encounter many individuals eager to learn about this remarkable technology and exciting business. Now, what you want to do is you want to make a list of all your contacts, including social media for potential prospects for patching and the opportunity. Pre-qualify without judgment. So don't think that, oh, you know what? I talked to that guy last year and or that lady and she's not interested. No. Follow up with that one again. Starting with your close contacts. Expand your network locally, focusing on building relationships for success. Now, this is something that you hear Ed talk about, form. Okay, be aware that there are many people seeking health and financial uh, help. Stay alert for those encountered daily. Initiate friendly conversations with individuals you meet during your day without needing to spend a lot of time. So here's just some things. Family, how are you? Including spouse and children, how are they doing? What's new in their lives? Are they married? Where do they reside? Occupation. What's your profession? How long have you been in the field? Offer a compliment on the skill related to their job. How's work? This might lead to them mentioning any job related frustrations. Recreations, what hobby or interest do you have in their leisure time? Demonstrate interest in their recreational pursuit can establish a positive connection, essential for developing relationship and prospecting. Oh man, I love to fish. You know what? I do too. What kind of fish you like to fish for? Where's where's your most exotic place that you went fishing? Building that relationship. Money. Explore the drives, their interest in seeking an additional income, their underlying motivation, their why. Why are they looking for an additional source of income? So, excuse me for a second. There you go. Now, after introducing the patches and the opportunity, follow up with prospects after initial conversation or after they attend a presentation. Follow up is the most important when prospecting. Some prospects decide to join after the first exposure. Others need a little more time. Either way, follow up is prompt is following up, excuse me, promptly is crucial. Patching or sending them to the patchtheway.com link provides a reason to reconnect. Follow up within 24 to 48 hours is showing a prospect that you care and are genuinely interested in their needs. As a team leader, it is crucial to follow the set system and lead your team. Consistency and sticking to the systems are essential elements for personal growth and, excuse me, consistency and stick with the systems are essential elements for personal growth and success in your LifeWave business. Similar to a franchise, your team should function consistently to achieve maximum growth by replicating the steps effectively. Your business will expand more rapidly. And you can see some of the processes of duplication there. Excuse me. Excuse me, I apologize. My ring just went off on my house in Texas, so I apologize. Um, your sponsor and upline leaders only reap financial rewards when you succeed. Therefore, the guidance provided by leadership on this team is tailored for your advancement. It is crucial to level the knowledge and expertise of those who have walked the path before you. While your success is ultimately in your hands, remember that this group is dedicated to supporting you to the extent you permit. As you progress in the business, your success will be defined by the number of individuals you can aspire to achieve their own success. Now, after this Zoom is done, sometime during the week, I'd like for you to go into your back office and I want you to look at the people that you personally sponsored. And I want you to look at those names and look at where they are at and ask yourself, did I recruit them or did I sponsor them? Are they managers? Did I help them become a manager, a director, or did I just bring them in the business and kind of went to the next person? And I think we all should do that. Even I'm doing that because I'm at fault sometimes too of just recruiting somebody and thinking, well, they've been in networking before and they can take off. They know what they're doing. So that may be a something to help you look into your business and see where you're at and what's going on. But anyway, I want to thank you for today. I know you have other things that you can do. So I do deeply appreciate you being on this Zoom. Um, we're going to open it up for questions. This is our group. And when I say that you're not alone, these are all the areas that you can get information and assistance. These are all the people that are willing to help, and we have a lot more. This is just the group that went to the last convention in Dallas. But we have a Facebook team, Telegram, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Zoom, and a great patchtheway.com where you can send anybody there. It's a very friendly website that will explain everything. So again, I'm going to stop sharing, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I do have a question, David.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the goals, you
Uh-huh.
said you didn't write one down. I wrote everything you wrote, but I missed the one that you said you didn't write down. Which one was it? You were saying
That,
be specific, measurable, and all that?
yeah, attainable.
Attainable. Attainable. And last question I had, and not necessarily just a question, but um when you were given tips, you said sponsor individuals. What did you mean by that? Could you clarify that for me a little bit?
Yeah, well, the reason that, now, and I want to give credit to Linda because she wrote a lot of this the program. She wrote a lot of the Zoom up.
Thank
So
you, Linda.
yeah, well, unfortunately, she can't hear you. She's at work.
I know. She'll watch the recording.
But but the but what we were talking about individuals, sometimes people will try to get groups, go after groups like I don't know, a doctor's office. They want to grab all these people. Well, you want to get the individual for that particular office first. You don't want to try to sign up a group. Another good example is a nonprofit organization. A lot of times people want to go after the big groups. Go for the individuals first, and then you can go after the groups. That's the main thing about going after individuals as opposed to.
That makes sense because we all want to just get out and be SPDs in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? We're all inspired to do that. But I think that this is really good because it shows that, you know, focus on individual people, focus on the care and the need of those people prior than you succeeding and becoming the next, the best person out there. And I think that we make mistakes like that. Some of us buy emails and go spam. And we've known that this is such a personable business that that doesn't work. And I've been in this business for almost 4 years, and we almost seen it all. Like everybody trying to do their own thing, and in a way, you have to let them go, right? But what do you do with somebody that is adamant about doing it their way and don't try to follow a particular set of rules or set of steps that you are aligning today?
Well, you know, I think that at some point you need to explain to individuals that this is this is identical to a franchise. There is a system that we are following that's been established. That's why this company has been around for 20 years, 21 years. So these are the steps. If you veer away from them, you know, it's just like driving a vehicle. You know, you've got speed limit that says 50 miles an hour, and if you're going to do 70, guess what? You may get stopped and pulled over and say, "Here's a ticket," because you're not following the rules. So the same way that this business has its rules, I don't know, well, it does have its rules, has rules, but it has a guideline for you to follow. And if you go outside of that guideline, you may not succeed. You may have that revolving door. You may be just a recruiter and just recruiting people to where people have stopped. That's why, that's why I mentioned go look in the your back office. Look at the people that you've recruited. How many of them have sponsored people? And if they haven't sponsored people, why haven't they sponsored somebody? It's not because sometimes it's lack of people. It's because we didn't encourage them enough to start getting their people. We assumed that they were going to get their people. You know, I could call you up. Hey, Ed, you know what? You've been in for 6 months. I noticed you're getting the patches. They're working on you. Um, but have you shown anybody this? Well, yeah, I've done this and this, this, and this. Oh, well, I tell you what, let's follow up with those people again, but let me get involved. Instead of you handling it, let me help you get those people involved. And if it doesn't work, yeah, it doesn't work. But at least now you've gone back to that person and said, you know what? I want to help you. I want to be that sponsor. I don't want to be just the recruiter.
Vicky?
That makes sense. Oh, I'll put my hand down. It was a great training, David. Thank you so much. I just always say never prejudge anybody, at least from our experience, right, hon? Because the ones that you think, oh my gosh, this would be so great for them and their business or whatever it is, or their lifestyle, and you introduce it to them and they don't care. And then you have somebody that you don't think would do the business. And eventually they wind up trying the technology, falling in love with it, and they take off with it. And
Mhm.
you're like, what? So you really can't prejudge anybody. But this kind of goes back to like pre-qualifying. So pre-qualifying, like you're going to be talking about what's the best way for them to come into the business. Like you said, preferred customer, brand partner. You run down all of their qualifications, whatever it is that they need, and you also want to know what patches they're going to need. So it's kind of like you want what's best for them. And then there is a Chinese proverb that I always hear Ed Milet talk about. And he says, if you want to know, oh my goodness, now I'm not going to get it right. If you want to know where the road leads, ask those coming back. And we have such a great group. LifeWave community is a huge family. We have so many people, so many successful people that have walked this path. And we just need, to be like a sponge for their knowledge that they have. It's wisdom of those that have walked the path before you. You know what I mean? You can gather from here and there, make it your own, but it's already been made. Like we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There is a process, and whether you want to be a recruiter or a sponsor, like you said, David, the choice is yours. But I prefer to be a sponsor. I love people and I love their success is rewarding to me, to see them prosper in their business, their life, their health, everything. That is huge to me and my husband. So I'm so thankful for our team, thankful for you and Linda, and we love you guys.
We love you too. And just
Mhm.
to piggyback on you're saying that the history was already made. Um, I had I had the fortune to get in contact with Wayne McCull, what's his last name? Wayne McCutcheon, the boxer that used to wear our patches. So we've been in communication, and and how I approached him, I said, look, I said, I want to know your history because I see that he's back in the gym now, training. So I went in and I texted him and I said, "Hey, Wayne," I said, really interested in your story about LifeWave. And he said, "Oh, I love the patches, but I haven't worn them for such a long time."
Oh, wow.
So now we're communicating a little bit. I said, "Hey, you want to try them again?"
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You
What
know,
do you got to lose?
exactly.
Nothing.
But I mean, that's, the history behind it. And that's one of the things, just as a thing that I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing too, is all these people that have purchased in the past that are no longer purchasing, I'm just going to send them a email questionnaire, "Hey, I know you like the patches. What did you like about them? And what can we do to maybe get you back on the patches?" Instead of just letting them sit or go to the wayside. "Oh, well, you know what? They're not ordering anymore. Let me go to the next person." Spend 5 or 10 minutes a day, send out a couple of emails to previous customers saying, "I know you like the patches. What happened? Or can you explain to me? Tell me what your experience was. What can we do for you?"
And another thing you can share with them is the new technology that's coming out, the cellular jive is out. I mean, just keep them up to date, up to speed, because that could be something that draws them back,
Right.
just for that. So you just don't know, but make sure that you keep them up to speed. So it's helpful.
Yeah.
I have another comment and question, David. Um, we all sponsor a lot of people, and what brought this in my mind is you telling us to go back to our back office and look at the people that are not buying anything. And we have a lot of people, right? Because we made mistakes. And I know that you sponsor a lot of preferred customers because you pre-qualify them, right? So a lot of the people that we brought in, they bought products, but they don't necessarily wanting to do the business. So what does your pre-qualification process look like? And can you share that to us a little bit?
I Look, I ask them just flat out, "Are you interested in the product or are you looking for a business?" And if they tell me that, "Oh, you know what? I'm not sure," then I just go in and I explain, "Okay, well, here's what we can do. Is if you think that this is going to be a business down the road for you, I'd prefer that you join as a brand partner." And I leave it at that. And I let them make that decision. Otherwise, if they're, "Oh, no, I'm not interested in a business. All I want to do is product." And I said, "That's fine. I'm not going to tell you what to do, how to do it. What I want to make sure is that you get the benefit of the product." So,
Another thing, Leslie made a comment in the chat. She said also you could ask them, are they noticing something that is not the same since they stopped?
mhm.
And I always like to get to the root of the reason why they stopped using the technology, because I mean, there's so many people, like I don't want to do without my patches a day. Okay. And if I do, I am so dreading it and dragging. So trust me, it makes a huge difference. But we brought somebody in the business and they jumped in on full force on board for the cellular regeneration. They buy all the product and then boom, you don't hear from them. And it's like you're reaching out, reaching out, reaching out. That has happened. And the thing is that we found that they were getting confused. So that's another thing. Like I always stay communication, keep the lines of communication open. Do like a well check-in with them, especially when they start the technology. I feel like that's important because you want to make sure that they're using the right patches and whatever it is they're experiencing or not experiencing, you want to make sure that you kind of help them with their goal and the reason why they're using the technology. So I feel like that is very important because a lot of times people will do, it doesn't work for me anymore. I'm just not going to wear it. Well, maybe because they've been wearing it in the same two spots for years and they need to move it around a little bit. You know what I mean? So you just got to play around with the patches. The technology always works. And whatever you're trying to achieve, you can do it. Like these are just tools that God has given us. So just, move them around, experiment with them.
Right. Exactly.
Is there any other questions for our feature speaker, David? All right, David. So I'm gonna have you say a couple more words, and then we'll finish up the video so that we can share it with the rest of the team.
Well, again, I just want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope that this was helpful for you. Please help yourself and your teammates by going in and seeing who's needs help. That's so important. I came up with that this earlier today. I thought, you know what? After this guy, after the Zoom, let's let everybody go in and take a look at who they personally sponsored and what those people are doing and find out why they're not doing it.
Reconnect.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Just reconnect. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, well, I was just waiting on you. And like, oh, oops,
Wow.
sorry.
Yeah.
And one of the approaches that I may mention to them is like, you know what? I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. I see that you didn't sponsor anybody. I apologize. I should have been on a call with you three-way. You want to go ahead and start that? Let's talk to somebody. Let's build your business and just put it on you, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Leslie said, can I ask a question about Patch the Way website? Has
no.
the egg.
Yes.
David said
Yes.
no.
Go ahead.
I don't want to stop David, though.
No, no, go ahead, Leslie.
Okay, so whenever I share the patchtheway.com link, it shows on the share that they received the image of the spine that was corrected, the before and after. Is there a way to make that show the top of the Patch the Way website when, like when you actually go to the website, it shows the Patch the Way patches and it has the little gold emblem and everything. Is there a way to make that image that they receive different than that one before and after picture? I think the only reason I'm asking is because I think some people don't understand what that is. It's a profound picture, but I think they don't understand what that is in the people that I have sent it to.
Yes, absolutely, Leslie. That's a really good idea. I was sharing it too, and it has the young man. Is that the one that you have, the one with the snowboard accident? Is that
No, that has shown up before, but more recently and more often, it's the spine one where
Yeah,
the
it's the
spine, yeah,
scoliosis
Oh,
where
yeah.
the
yes,
spine was straightened.
which is
Yes.
absolutely amazing.
Yes.
But some people don't understand what that image is.
Right.
Yeah, so we want to have the home screen, that right, where the X39 and what is phototherapy? Is that what you want?
Well, I'm not saying it for the whole team, but I'm curious if there is something that um, I like that. I don't want to change it for the whole website. I'm
No,
not
no,
asking.
no, no. It's quite fine because I was having a hard time with that too. And
Oh, okay.
they call I don't remember the name of that when you're sharing it. You can share different pages. So
Okay.
let's say you want to share the deep dive. You
Okay.
when you get on that deep dive page, you can let me actually let's finish the call.
Okay.
David, let's take us home and then we'll share the screen and then we can walk through that because I don't think it has nothing to do with today's teaching. So go ahead, David.
No, I was going to turn it over to Vicky to sign us off.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. David, we appreciate your training and we love our team. We love you and we pray that you have a blessed weekend, everybody. Enjoy the weather. Get outside.